Thanks, Al. My name is Jonathan, and I'll be your captain and storyteller today. We're all aboard the Aurora. Please remember to keep your hands, arms, legs, and feet inside the boat at all times. And remain seated. Oh, let's supervise those children.
No, the sunset is in the way.
Most people visit the enchanted world of storytelling through the
Sonny's actually in the way.
While others use nursing homes.
I know, that's what I said, I'm in the way, right?
Or by going down a rabbit hole. And while they usually find a way to be magical, it can sometimes be menacing. For being swallowed and eaten alive by a giant whale. From the very same whale that swallowed Pinocchio and Geppetto. Oh no, everybody. Yeah. Now we're gonna be okay, just like Pinocchio and Geppetto. We're actually being transported to a magical place called Storybook Land. And our story begins, like all great stories, with once upon a time, there was a big bad wolf who lived in a cave just around the corner, coming up on our left-hand side. And the big bad wolf was always after the three little pigs, but lucky for them, they lived across the way to our right, three houses. One made out of straw, one made out of sticks, and one made out of deer. Well, we round the corner, our story is about to take an unexpected turn as we come upon the quaint little English village on our left, which was home to Alice. And on one golden afternoon, she followed the white rabbit down the rabbit hole and went down, down, down into Wonderland, a place that became curiouser and curiouser the farther she went. There are many enchanted places here in Storybook Land that inspire storytellers, just like London Park coming up on our right. This is where Peter Pan, Wendy, Michael, and John Darling first took flight, a little bit of help us think about picking up. And some happy thoughts to a place called Neverland, where they would never, ever have to grow up. Or places like Agrabah, many adventure and enchantments right ahead. We're in the marketplace, where you're at a class. First walking the Princess Jasmine, and immediately revolt her heart. And though they complicated the world, they true love and the help of the genie, they're now married and live in the Sultan's palace off the hill. Well, up is eternal here in Storybook Land, just like the rose-covered archways above us. This is where last day Jasmine first took flight, over, under, and sideways, on a magic carpet ride to a whole new world. While most stories are filled with love and light, they're sometimes filled with their dark places too, like the mysterious Cave of Wonders up ahead. Legend has it, the treasure inside bears a curse that can only be lifted by the genie of the lamp. It said that when you free the genie from his lamp up above, he bestows upon you 3 wishes. What should we wish for, folks? I wish I don't fall in this water. And you folks, of course, too. Once we round the corner, we know that a young lady named Snow White wished for a place to stay when she fled the evil queen, and that's when she stumbled upon the cozy cottage to our right-hand side, which belonged to the 7 dwarves, and they offered her a place to stay in exchange for her kindness. If you look carefully, you can see their minds and hear them listening while they work. Well, another young lady named Cinderella wished to attend the ball, but her wicked stepmother forbade it and kept her locked away in the Blue Chateau on our left-hand side. Her fairy godmother granted her the wish of attending the ball, but when she didn't leave by midnight, her coach turned back into a pumpkin, and it's still up there on the bridge this very evening. If you look closely, you can see it. As you can see, wishes and magic have their limitations, but thankfully true love does not, and Cinderella now lives with her prince in a castle atop the hill.
Sorry about that, sir. Alright. You see the pumpkin? I did.
Well, while most people dream of happily ever after, some folks dream of falling asleep by a golden patchwork of flowers, like that on our left-hand side. This was inspired by the 1933 silly symphony cartoon Lullaby Land, where little ones had dreams to show them the way. Well, there's magic all around us here in Storybook Land. You can tell by the miniature plants that surround us. Not a single one of these can grow an even taller than where they're at right now. And this is due to the magical enchantment of Tinkerbell. And part of the reason this was favorite of master storyteller Walt Disney, and continues to inspire storytellers with new stories, or even regale us with classic tales like that of the Wind in the Willows, where Molly Rat and Mr. Toad lived in a stately manner, coming up around the corner on our left-hand side. But you won't find J. Thaddeus Toad at home this evening, folks, because he's out in his motor car on a wild ride to nowhere in particular. Or mystical realms like Arendelle coming up ahead on our left, where Queen Elsa fled to her ice palace atop the fjord there. Well, we know that her sister Anna would not let her go, and that act of true love saved them both and proved that families could weather even the harshest of snowstorms, prompting her to ask the question yet again, do you want to build a snowman? On the Alpine Village, coming up ahead on our right-hand side, Geppetto wished upon a star that his puppet Pinocchio would become a real boy. And when Pinocchio rescued him from the jaws of Monstro the whale, the very same whale that swallowed us earlier this afternoon, his wish became true, and Pinocchio became a real boy thanks to this fairy. Well, Geppetto's wish are like so many characters in fairy tales, wishes come true. Just like that of a little mermaid named was Ariel. And her big wish was to follow her Prince Eric up on shore to his castle, coming up around the corner on the right-hand side. This is where she took her first steps on unsteady legs, away from her home under the sea to become part of our world. Her story begins in the shadow of her father, King Kite, who lives in the underwater city of Atlantica, coming up on our left, and whose magic spills out into our canalways and helps us in our stories, like all great stories, with happily ever after. Well, thank you kindly. Well, as we approach the dock, folks, and close the book on our story this evening, I'd like to remind everyone to keep your hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat and away from the edges, especially on the dock side. You don't want anyone to end up like Captain Cook. You'd have to shop with a hand for it. Well, on behalf of all of our